Shut up and sit down.
Do. Crafting mechanism things. Do. Oh, hi. How you doing? Welcome to Project Ozone Lite. So, fellow Earth Traveler, we need to do our Jetpack Be Quiet sound trick. There we go. So I just logged into the server today, and I think I made a promise to you guys, one that I intend to keep. We are going to light that big candle. We're over there somewhere. I can't remember which tower it's in. I have brain issues. But we'll find it. We'll light it. Probably that one. That one has a bunch of light in it. I bet it's that one. So we've done a lot of lighting up. Yep. Well, we're going to light it up today and make boatloads of go-go juice. So, to start with, I want to set up a few autocrafts just to make our lives easy. Now we're going to need to make some of these lasers. And I have not yet made an autocraft for that, so we're going to do that. What I do want to see, I know we have an autocraft for casings, and I think I have an autocraft for energy tablets. Let's verify. So we'll just go to craftables. I'll go up here and go at mech. So we do have tablets, we do have casings, and we do have basic energy cubes, so that shouldn't be a problem. Because we're going to need those for the laser amplifier. We need an autocraft for this as well. So let's go ahead and make that while we're here. Boop, and done. We'll go pop these into our Craftomatic 9000. We'll put them... That was weird. Oddness happened. Oh, it pulled something out to put that... Okay. Whatever. Just make the stupid thing. So let's see. I think I want to try to do about 12 lasers. Good, we have enough stuff. So while that's crafting, we also need to make some of these. We'll need about 3 of these guys. So it's finished our lasers for us. Oh, we have to pull them out one at a time. Say it ain't so. Oh, it doesn't do the... It didn't do the thingamabobber. Gotta pull those out one at a time, too. That's kind of a bummer. Alright. We're also gonna need a whole bunch of flux duct. Not you. This one. And our configurator, of course. So let's pop on over to... Get ready for the lag! And the reason it lags is because when you come into this area for the first time, it'll only do it the first time you play. It's assembling all these machines into a multi-block structure, and it does it all in one fell swoop. If you were to log out right here, build you a little platform, log out right here, and then log back in looking this way, you would actually see the red particles around that, all these machines. The red particles from a multi-block assembly would all happen at one time, because that's what's happening the first time you come over here. If it stays chunk loaded, it won't do that, but I don't have this tower chunk loaded at this time. Once we start making the juice, we will, but we don't have that yet. So what I wish to do is we have to come off of that spot right there, this laser focus matrix. It's something I didn't mention in the last episode. I probably should have. These glass blocks, you can't have any more than this. This is the most glass blocks you can have. They can't be out on any of these edges, so you couldn't say replace that block there with glass. So this is the most you can have on any one side. Any of these blocks can be glass or solid. You can make them solid if you want. I prefer to do glass because you'll see once we fire this thing up as to why, because it has a cool thing on the inside as the short answer. But yeah, you can turn these into the reactor frame blocks if you want to, if you don't want to see the coolness that happens inside of this thing. So I want to go about 2 blocks out. You can go more, you can go less, it doesn't really matter. What the heck, we'll go 3 blocks out. Doop. How about that? And then I want to drop a laser amplifier. And actually, I'm going to go 2 beyond that because I want to break out the block. I want to break those out, and I want to put the laser amplifier right there, pointed at me. See how it has these sides with holes on them? All the sides have holes except for one. It's got a laser on it. You want that facing towards this laser focus matrix. So I'll break those out, and we're going to pop these in with the red dot facing the next one in line. Like so. Nice. So now we want to put in our lasers. And I want to put about 2 blocks of distance between the laser and the amplifier down here. And I want to put them all the way around. The reason I'm going out 3 is for the same reason. We're going to stand over here and attach the laser to the block. Then we'll take the block out. So these are just temporary helper blocks. So we'll pop them up down here as well. So what's going to happen is each laser is going to fire into these matrix, into this laser amplifier. It's all going to combine up here at this very front one. In fact, we don't need that one right there because we're going to put a lever on it. Then, with once we give it a redstone signal, all that built-up power is going to shoot into here really fast and drive the temperature of the chamber up and ignite the fuel that we have in here. Now, I mentioned last time you can pipe in DT fuel. And if we look on here and we look at our fuel, you can see we're piping in deuterium, we're piping in tritium, but you can pipe in DT fuel. I don't recommend this, and I mentioned that last time, but I didn't really explain why. The reason why is DT fuel burns instantly. So as soon as you send that laser beam in here, it's gonna, if all you have is DT fuel, it's just gonna burn it instantly. Whereas these guys burn a little slower and will keep your reactor lit. The DT fuel gives you instant power, lots of it, immediately. Deuterium and tritium kind of split up, give you lots of power for a long time. So, yeah, I don't think I was very clear on that. So hopefully that helps you kind of make up your mind how you want to do this. Now, I'm going to build the lasers in here like so. Now all these have a little bit of power in them, and you see them shooting into here as I place them because I had my wireless, they were near my wireless systems. They all got a little power as they were getting crafted. And that one shot at the wall. If they shoot with enough power, they will break blocks. They absolutely can break blocks. You can build like whole mining systems with these lasers if you want, or if you want to burrow a huge tunnel, you can do that too. They're pretty cool and very flexible. You almost never see people use them for anything other than this. When we get into our, as you guys know, I have another series, as most of you know, that's called Life According to Immersive Engineering, and we're playing through with just the we're playing through Minecraft 1.12.2 with nothing but immersive engineering, and we're using it to its fullest extent. Once I get done with that series, I'm either probably moving into Life According to Botania or Life According to Mekanism. One of those two. If we go Mekanism, I will include Mekanism generators, which is where the reactor comes from, and we will use the lasers for more than just lighting the reactor up. And I will show you some other things, other cool things you can do with the big laser. But in this world, given it's a sky block and we're kind of working on putting a lever down there. So we got our lever. Now, given that it's a sky block, there's not a whole lot to mine or fancy things you can do with the laser other than kill people. They do that pretty efficiently. But the only other person we have on the server today is Mirrusky, and I don't really want to kill her. Well, okay, I did kill her in one of her recent episodes. So, okay, fair enough. Yeah. Anyway, it's not something I go seek to do on a regular basis, though she probably would disagree with that statement. Now I just want to connect these guys up, and I'm using this cable because, again, it transports an infinite amount of RF, so we don't have to worry about the cable not having enough power or being constrained. So at this point, anything our fusion reactor, anything our reactor in the other tower, which is right over there, opposite this one, we've got our reactor way down about there, and any power it can produce coming through these cables will be shot into these lasers. Now, once this guy kicks on, he will be providing the power through the same cable, so it won't be an issue. But you do not need to run the lasers forever. You only need to run them to power up the reactor. Now you see our lasers have kicked in. You get a kind of an evil sound, to be fair. And yeah, it's shooting into the cube. Now this is not heating up anywhere near hot enough to do anything. I mean, it's not even hardly registering. I mean, it is warming up, but barely. The reason being is we want to charge these guys. So if I want to come in here and I want to say, no, I want you to only fire when you have a redstone signal. What's going to happen is this guy's going to start storing that power. So the lasers are all shooting into an amplifier. The back amplifier is shooting into this amplifier. This amplifier is shooting into this amplifier. And And this amplifier's charging. So we're up to 13 million, 14 million, 15 million RF. We need to get into the billions. So it's gonna be a while. Now that sound is terribly obnoxious. I mean, don't get me wrong, it sounds cool. But yeah, it is a very cool sound. It's a very ominous sound. But we don't want to sit here and listen to it the whole time. There isn't a Be Quiet upgrade on these, unfortunately. We're gonna have to wait a while to get this thing. We're gonna need to get it up to 100 million K temperature before it will ignite the two fuels. So we got it up to 1 million K with that little tiny, you know, the uncharged laser blast. So we're gonna have to get it 100 times that. So I'm basically just gonna sit around a while and let this guy charge up. I could probably add a few more if I wanted to. Let's actually, I'm gonna throw a chunk loader down here because I want it to stay lit, and I want to go check on our other reactor while this is charging to make sure it's keeping up so that our base doesn't shut down. But to do that, I want to set up a chunk loader. Chunk loader. I want to set one of these guys. Chuck loader. What the heck is a chuck loader? It's like some dude named Chuck putting stuff in a truck, I guess. I don't know. Sorry, Chuck. But go load this stuff for me, will you? Ah, goodness. Alright, so we're going to get this little guy. We're just going to pop him down in here so that all of our stuff stays lit. Now let's take a look at our chunk boundaries in here. Now luckily we got the reactor in a single chunk. That's a good thing. Yeah, I think we'll be okay. I'll just pop it. Man, it's so ugly. I don't want to just throw it in the middle here, but I'll go ahead and do it for now. So this guy, you can do show lasers and it'll show where it is chunk loading. So we are getting the entirety of the tower. Fantastic. So 9 chunks, that'll work. Let's turn off our chunk borders. So this guy will stay loaded, which means he'll keep, this guy will keep charging while we fly over to our other reactor and make sure it's keeping up. So I don't want to add more lasers until I'm sure that our other reactor is keeping up just fine. We'll pop in here, pop over here, and fly down here. Doo-doo-doo. He's not on, so I'm guessing he's keeping up. Oh yeah, he's fine. That's not even dropping very fast. When he gets below 80, he'll turn on and charge back up again. Or was it, it might have been 75. So he charged back up again real quick. So it should not be a problem to add some more lasers. We're not putting enough of a draw on the system to hurt it. So cool. So let's come back in here and go laser. And we'll add, let's say 8. Could have done 7 because I already had one, but oh well. And then we'll need 2 of these guys. So for every 4 lasers, you need 1 laser amplifier. And let's pop back over here. Hello, Mr. Machine. So we're going to do the same thing. I'm going to extend these out like so. Now, I will tell you, These guys, they hurt. Oop. See? My armor's pretty darn good. And they still hurt. So that's the thing. You want to be a little bit careful around them. Now this one right here, when this bad boy fires and he's charged up at a reasonable clip, it really doesn't matter what armor you're in, you're probably dead. And I mean instantly. Not like we're going to think about it and it's going to hurt you a little bit and give you time to move. I mean, like, zap, instant death. And that's all she wrote. So it's kind of cool. You know, build a door with it and have somebody, you know, hit a button to say open a door, and it opens the door and fires the big laser. And then they're gone. There's plenty of evil things you can do with these guys. I'm going to try to be careful and not fly into the laser. These are going to instantly start shooting as soon as I connect them. This is a bit dangerous. I probably should be smart and turn the system off, but smart is not one of my better fortes. And boop, there we go. So for every laser you add, the faster it charges. I got that one wrong. I could rotate it with the configurator, or I can stick my head up in the flames and do it that way too. Okay. Ow. 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 No! Alright. Alright. Fine. We'll play it safe. Boop and boop. Now we can light this bad boy back up. Nice. You can see we're going up at a little bit quicker clip. So we're up to 250 million. So we want to get up to a couple of billion. In the interim, I will pop a light there. Just cause. I don't think mobs can spawn up there, but just in case. So I'll sit here and chill until this guy charges up. And I will bring you back and we will light this bad boy up and produce stupid amounts of power. So, see you in a little bit. So I popped over to Mirrusky's base. If you guys follow her channel, you've seen she's done a few videos recently with me in them where I was trying to help her with this farm setup. And she messaged me and said, hey, it's not working. So I told her I'd pop over and take a look at it. Reason being is this guy's using 1,000 RF per tick. This is more than I remember it using. So we had put some solar panels up on her roof up here to run it, and it'll run it for a while, but they're only producing 120 RF. So it can't produce enough RF to keep it going. So this little guy is eventually going to drain out this ultimate energy cube. So we need to get some more power in here. What I'm going to do is go up here to the Christmas prank. Remember way back when we had a she had a Christmas tree right here, and we had a whole bunch of materials, snowballs, and I don't remember what all, iron and stuff fall out of the sky based on a clock that we put up here. It was kind of fun. But I'm going to come up here and I'm going to build her a little wind farm. Produce some windmills, and I think this will help with the power issue. So we're going to go one. Actually, I don't want those Doesn't really matter if they connect, but I'd rather them not connect. Why don't we do this? Ooh, building limit. Nice. So yeah, sorry about the longer episode. But running over here to do this, I kind of want to show you guys because, you know, we're probably not going to be using windmills at our base. Lord knows we have enough power. It's about to show up. 2. So I figured you might want to see a windmill in action. 3, 4, 5. And these guys are producing, wow, that's kind of lame, only 100 RF each. That's not going to be enough either. We may have to get creative for her. I don't want to go build like a whole power system over here because I don't know what her plans are. And I want to let her, you know, figure that out and do her own thing. You know, everybody likes to do their own thing, so. The good thing is these will even produce at night, but at just under 100 each, that seems really low. I don't remember them being that low. I seem to remember these producing considerably more power. It must be a limitation of the pack. But what I'll do is drop a quantum entangloporter up here. We will set this to energy. And I'm going to set it to input. Now it won't connect until we give it a channel. I wonder if that's the one she's using. Should be. Let's go check. If those are weird. They're showing up right in the middle of the wind farm. Kind of cool. All right, we got this working. I had the top quantum entangloporter not set to auto eject, so I had to set that, and now it's working like a peach. So there we go. It's still pseudo nighttime, and we're gaining power. We'll gain more once these solar panels come online. They're online now. And just to verify, let's wrench this out. And that should still be climbing. It is. So we're 100% wind power right now. Pop that back in and we get wind and solar. There we go. Now let's pop this guy back and he's filling up with power. So awesome. Now if we go in the house, we should see items showing up. Nice. We definitely do. Look at that. Inferium's just climbing. Excellent. Looks like we fixed the problem. We are just barely breaking even on power. But we are breaking even. I think maybe I'll give her a couple more wind generators just to kind of get her over the hump. To make sure it's not an issue. So I'll pop these down. I think I'll put 4 more down, and then I'll head on back to the base. We'll check on our lasers. Alright, fresh back from Mirrusky's. I did add those extra 4 windmills and verified we are increasing power at a pretty good rate over there. We are at 1.82 billion RF. So I'm going to let this guy cap before we actually kick him off. So another couple minutes and we should be good to go. Alright, this guy is pretty much done. He's made it up to 1.92, but we also need to make one more device. It's called a holorum. I can't remember how to spell it. No. No. Oh, what the heck is this stupid thing? There we go. Oh, I never would have got it. Wasn't even close. Holorum. So we need one of these. So we're going to need some coal and some gold dust. So let's get on back over to the main part of our base and get that crafted. We have to have this in order to start this guy up. Well, what's going to happen is it's going to hold a small little bit of DT fuel. So let's get over to the red dome. Oh, quick cobble update. 28 of the octo compressed. I forget however it wants to words that. So gold powder and charcoal or coal. Gold. 1, 2, 3, 4. And it is that in a infuser. That's my enricher. There's my infuser. There we go. Now I've got to fill this guy with some DT fuel, which is why we actually made DT fuel, because I just told you don't use DT fuel, but we made it anyway. Well, we made it so we could fill up this holorum, or however you say that. I'm gonna call it holorum. Just get over it. So all we gotta do is pop this guy in here. He will fill up with DT fuel. So see, stored DT fuel 10 ready for reaction. Then we're going to come down here to the reactor and we're going to pop it right there. The reactor itself is ready to be lit. And we have our 2 billion RF. So I'm going to turn up the volume on the machines just so we can hear the reactor kick up, because it's kind of cool. We'll turn it back down eventually, but let's hear what this beastie sounds like. All right, y'all ready? 3, 2, 1, go. And I'm an idiot. I totally did not set the rate. Dang it, Bobby. Okay, so I'm going to charge that again and get another holorum and wash, rinse, and repeat. But this time I'm going to remember to set the rate, because, yeah. Hangs head low as goes back to red dome. Alright, you guys ready to light this candle? Got a full holorum, full fuel. I did set the injection rate at 4. So basically you just come in here, hit 4, hit enter, and it'll put it here. Now the minimum is 2, so I'm going just a scoosh above minimum. And we've got no heat in the casing to speak of, so we should be fine. Check our amplifier, and it is full to the brim. So let's pop that holorum in. Bring up our sounds. Not controls, sounds. And let's light this bad boy up. Come on, baby, light my fire. Nice. Now we turn off the laser, because the reactor will keep itself lit from this point on. So if we go look at heat, we see it is producing quite a bit of heat. Max plasma is 300 million. Max casing is 200 million. We're a little over, but that's okay. Producing tons of power. Basically 500,000 RF a tick, give or take. And fuel is staying prime. Now let's go check our spare tanks here and make sure we're not depleting too fast. Not depleting at all, which is good. Not depleting at all. Fantastic. Let's check the deuterium. Excellent. Awesome. So what that means is we're keeping up. Let's verify these guys. Still full. And this guy. Still full. Fantastic. That means we can, in our current setup here, with all the machines running full tilt boogie, we can keep up with the production of fuel at a high enough rate to keep this guy running. And doesn't that look cool? That's a screenshot if I ever saw one. I want to try to get the red and the blue. We'll see which one came out. But that is our reactor in a nutshell. And we'll tweak it as we go along. We'll bump up this injection rate, spike the heat, which is already going down. But we just don't need that much power right now, so there's no need to bump those up. I mean, we are making 400,000 RF a tick. Ain't no thing. You know, we could bump this up a little bit. It's just not necessary. We're still holding true. She's still all good. Heat's going up a little bit. Production's going up a little bit, but it's fine. It's a happy little camper. Now I am going to leave this guy running for the time being. I'm going to let him recharge just in case something happens and we got to relight this guy. I won't have to wait around. I just got to build a hull room. Let's turn those back off. So they're going to drive us bonkers. But I am afraid that is all the time I got for today. And it was a long one. Sorry about that. We had lots to do. And I did make you a promise we'd light this candle today, and we sure enough did do that. So, as always, I sure do appreciate you guys coming to hang out with me. And until next time, get out there and make some noise. See ya.